Lunchtime Q&A. Is anybody going to join me this afternoon? Be here shortly. See if I can get some better reception over here. Lunchtime Q&A. Trying to get some better reception. Yup. Happy Tuesday. It's October, and usually what I'm starting to do at this point of the year, start really outlining my goals for 2019 for the next year. I usually start now. Just like I just start basically a list of the things I want to accomplish for 2019. I kind of start playing with it now. During my free time, I just start writing a list down to all the things I want to do, whether it's business, personal, whatever it is. I start, kind of start thinking about it now, putting it on paper, really start dealing with it, start visualizing it actually happening, meditating on it. I'm big on meditation and visualization, so I like to write it down, visualize it, and then take it into meditation, look at what I wrote, add to it, get in deeper detail. So these are some of the things that I like to do to get my my juices flowing for the new year, and just start so I can really accomplish some stuff. And then what I did realize over the years of kind of setting goals and putting it down on paper is that once you write it down and start really activating, and taking the steps to, get it done, you'll be surprised how close you reach your goals, how close you can get to them if you take them very serious, and write them down and constantly revisit them. Sometimes even the major ones or the tough ones, you want to write down and keep them in your pocket on a piece of paper. It's cool to put it on your phone, but this also, you want to put it in your pocket, in your wallet, post them up around the house somewhere. If you got an office, post them around the office. Just your goals, the things that you feel like are going to be kind of tough. So that's kind of what I'm doing in October, November, December, the last quarter of the year. It's when I really start focusing on the next year. So, hey Nurse Tam, how you doing? Nurse Tam doing me. That's what's up. So yeah, we're gonna do a Q&A. Again, we started yesterday, so I told you guys I'm gonna try to get here once a day during the weekday, Monday through Friday, between 12 and 2. So here I am again in my favorite chill spot. So this is a private beach we have here in the community, and it's usually empty at this time. So most people in this community, there's a lot of business owners and doctors and stuff, but most of them go to work. So I get this little area all to myself. So after say 2 or 3, 4 maybe, these guys start rolling in their yachts, parking their boats and stuff, and then going in the house. But this time of the evening or time of the afternoon, I pretty much can have it to myself to come down here, read, nap. I usually take naps over there. and like I said, start dealing with my goals and outlining some stuff, masterminding with myself, and just to get away from the office, just to get out of the office and get from in front of the computer screen. So I usually just come out here for an hour or 2 a day, and just trying to collect myself, get a peace of mind. So how many miles do you go from office for clients? So you're asking me how far away will we take a client? Victoria? Is that what you're asking? I'm gonna guess that's what you're asking. That how many miles do you go from your office for clients? So basically, my marketing is within like a 5-county radius of my office. So we hit the 5 most wealthiest counties in Maryland. So that's our target. So we're doing marketing in all 5 of these counties. We're online on all 5 of these counties. We're doing ads in all 5 of these counties. We're doing bandit signs in all 5 of these counties, and we're building referral networks in all 5 of these counties. So I don't know the exact mile radius from my office for the from the furthest county, but our marketing does take us pretty far sometimes. So like the furthest client we have is probably about 40 minutes from the office. But I'm not intimidated by the distance, because I know that all I have to do is find a good caregiver in that area. So if I could just locate a good caregiver in that community or in that neighborhood or in that city that the client is calling from, I'm pretty good to go. I don't like to send caregivers from, say, like, I don't want caregivers to have to go more than like 25 to 30 miles for work, especially if it's a if it's not a full-time case. Like if they're doing part-time, like 4 hours or 6 hours a day, something like that. I don't want them to have to drive, over 30 miles to go work for 6 hours, because then it just doesn't add up for them. So now if it's a living, I don't care how far they are. You could be in another state if you're doing a living, because you're going to be there at least 5 days a week or 4 or 5 days a week at a time. So the travel doesn't really make a difference if they're going to be there. And if it's like a heavy, like a more full-time case where they make it, they're getting at least 40 or more hours a week, then it makes it a little more different. I mean, it makes it a little better for them, because they're making more money and they can handle the the drive. It doesn't hurt them. But typically what I like to do is find a caregiver in the closest as I can get to that actual client. So if I get a client that's not in our like regular area that we're usually getting clients in, and we get somebody who's a little further out, if we don't have a lot of caregivers at, I'll just put an ad out on Indeed for that particular city. And I'll do like a paid ad for like $5 a day or $10 a day if it's an urgent case and we need to fill it quick. And I'll get about 20, 30 applicants, and then we'll weed through them real quick, do some interviews, and then see if we can get that case filled. And sometimes if we can't get it, if we don't get someone offline fairly quickly, we'll just go ahead and send somebody in the meantime. And I know clients don't like that when we have to, we're expecting to trade somebody out, but we'll let them know in advance, like, hey, we're going to put this person here temporarily until we find a better caregiver in your area. We have some in our database. We're just doing some follow-ups and just trying to see if it, fit their schedule that you got that the client is requesting. So that was kind of a long answer, but it was definitely a good question. Baltimore County is definitely lucrative. Hold on, I don't want to miss. I think I might have skipped the question. How many? Oh no, okay. So that's the next question. Hey Jamie, what's going on? You said you appreciate the virtual coaching. That's what's up. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You said you couldn't have started your agency without it. That's dope. I'm excited about that. Keep up the good work. Red lips. Kim or something. Hey, what's up, Red Lips? Nurse Tam, do you think Baltimore County is lucrative? Oh, absolutely. Baltimore County. So you're right next to Howard County, and Howard County is one of my targets. So you definitely, you got Baltimore County. So, you just got to look at where the money is. I mean, if you Google the top, just Google it. Like, Google is everything. So Google the top richest counties or the top wealthy counties in Maryland or whatever state you're in. The top wealthy counties, the top wealthy cities, and you can even, the top wealthy neighborhoods, and start really doing your research based on that. That's how you're gonna find out where the money is. I always, I grew up in Maryland, so I'm from Montgomery County, so I already knew where the money was at. It was always Montgomery County, um, Howard County. Those are the first two counties that I knew about. But then, as I grew up and started, moving around a little more, we started to see like Anne Arundel County had a lot of money. And then I don't know the next three, and I really don't want to say on here, but yeah, but you just Google it and you'll see like the top counties in Maryland, and or in your city or in your state, and those are the areas that you want to kind of target. But that Baltimore County has a lot of wealthy neighborhoods up there, especially over there in Green Spring. I don't know if that is Baltimore County, but I think it is for sure. So Green Spring, definitely, we had some very wealthy clients over there who gave us some great referrals, some Jewish families in Green Spring. So definitely think about those areas. Alan, I want to open one in Chicago. Absolutely. Did you get the virtual business coaching yet? You heard the sister up here, Jamie, said that the virtual business coaching is everything. So if you need it, if you needed some help getting started, that's the good place to start. Victoria, I'm just concerned if something is an issue, like I'll be able to stop in. That's all. Oh yeah, absolutely. So like, yeah, if you're talking about going back to your question about the distance from the office, you definitely want to make sure that you can get there if necessary. But we very seldom have to, outside of our like monthly rounds where we'll send somebody out to go just kind of meet with the family and pop up on the staff. We don't tell them we're coming either, because you kind of just want to see what they're doing. You definitely want to take into consideration the distance and the time that it'll take to get there. But if it's enough money in it, it's worth it. If you're getting, $22 an hour, it may be worth, 30 mile radius, or a 45-minute drive from your office. So I'm not really concerned about that so much, because I'm just more thinking, the hours, the scheduled hours is just so much more important, and it makes everything work if it's enough hours. How lucrative is it here in Jackson, Michigan? Again, I don't know Michigan, but just Google like the top wealthy counties, cities, or neighborhoods in your area, and you'll see where to go and really where to start doing your meaningful relationship development in your marketing. Yep. Okay. Good. I'm glad I was able to help you, Victoria. Nurse Tan. Okay. Thanks. I'll be in touch for my startup. Awesome. I'm just concerned. So, do we have any more questions at this point? So I was just kind of talking a little bit about what I like to do this time of the year is basically just really start outlining my goals. And I always try to really, one thing I do realize about when I set goals, the second or third year that I really got serious about setting goals and really making some real accomplishments, is that I realized that, what you write down, it can become real. And it was two parts of that. It was a good part. It's good. I learned something good about that, and I learned something kind of upsetting about it. It was that when I wrote the number down, like I had put an actual number that I wanted to make. It was a few years ago, and it was like I just want to make a certain amount of money. It was like $250,000. I was like, I want to do at least $250,000 this year, the coming year. And then by working with my accountability partner, and just kind of staying on it, hustling, we did that, and then we did like a little bit over it. And when I was kind of disappointed in myself at the end of the year, I was like, damn, why didn't I say more? Like, why didn't I say 1 million, or why didn't I say 5 million, or why didn't I say 10 million? And it was like, okay, from now on, you're not gonna be setting these small goals. And it wasn't small for me at the time, but it was just not as much as I felt I could really do. So from that point on, I just really been pushing myself, at least in the goal setting side. Like I don't drive myself crazy once I set the goal. It's more about setting the goal and then creating a program that realistically will get to those points, and creating strategies and building systems around, those goals that logically will eventually get you to those points. So when you set little goals, you begin to operate on a little level, on a smaller scale. So when you set bigger goals, it forces your mind to operate at a higher level and on a bigger scale. So when you create those, so I always try to now create the biggest goals as possible, and then what that does, it just basically stretches me. It forces me to think bigger and go outside of what we did last year and try to 10x what we did last year and constantly just pushing it. So how are you expecting payments from clients? Have you used ClearCare yet? No, we use Access Care, and if you guys use Access Care, you get a great discount if you just mention Alan Cheney. So we use Access Care. Oh, accepting payments. We have an account with FreshBooks, so like different clients do different things. So some clients, they don't want to do, a lot of these seniors or families, some older families, they don't, believe it or not, deal with the computer. So we run into that often, where they just mailing their checks in. We'll mail them an invoice and then they'll mail their check in. Sometimes we have to go to the actual house. We have to send somebody from the office to go pick the checks up every 2 weeks or every month. The people who are on, and then we have people on recurring payments where it just comes directly out of their bank account every whatever we set it up on. Like some families come out every week, some families come out every 2 weeks, and some families come out every month. And for that actual service, we use FreshBooks. So yeah, that's kind of how we accept payments. Some families, they like to call in and just give us their card number over the phone, and we could just put that in the FreshBooks and charge a credit card like that. I don't have a referral program set up with FreshBooks yet, but I need to get one. So like all the people that I refer you guys to, I network with them. I say, hey, look, I got a pretty big following of people who are starting home care services across the country. And, if you want me to send them your way, you're going to have to give them a discount and you're going to have to kick me back some money. So I'm just being upfront with you guys. When you guys go through Access Care, you get a discount and I get free software services from them. So that's how it works. I'm just being honest and, transparent. How do you track your CNA's hours? That's all in Access Care. Everything is tracked in Access Care. It's the software. They clock in through telephony. Once we get the client, we put the client in there first. They put their schedule in there. Then we can add the caregiver to the schedule. The caregiver has the login information. They can see their hours and stuff. But then also when they get to the client's house, they have to call from the client's phone number, our telephony number, and clock in, go through a series of questions. And when they clock out, they have a series of questions they have to answer, like based on what did they do today, or the things they were required to do at their job at that shift. They push the numbers to accept yes or no, 1 or 2. Were those things done, and then they can clock out. So that's all done through Access Care. Oh, do the clients have to sign on their hours? No, the clients usually don't have to do anything because we're there. They're calling our number from the client's house, so we know they're there. But we do what we call we kind of check in with the clients from like on a two week or monthly basis, just to kind of get an idea of how they feel about the caregivers, everything going smoothly. And then also we have a logbook in the house. So outside of them checking in on the phone, that the family writes in the logbook. So I guess that is kind of like what you're saying. Like, to sign for the hours? They're not signing for the hours, but the family does log into the check, like into the logbook. So they'll write down what happened, were they satisfied, or today was a good day, or this thing happened, such and such, such, such. And then then the caregiver also has to do she has to write down everything she's done on that shift that day in the logbook and timestamp it. So the next caregiver who comes in know what's going on, or the family knows what's going on. If she's the only caregiver in there, she still has to write in that logbook everything that went on that day on that shift as well. So we have the hard copy that we go probably pick up every couple months. And for the caregiver, for the clients that are getting long-term care insurance, we have to take a picture of that logbook every week or every 2 weeks and send those records, send those notes with the invoices to the long-term care insurer. So that's how we get paid, or how the family gets paid, reimbursed from the long-term care provider. So that was a little long answer to your question, but yeah. And do you have to pay monthly for the software, or are you paid up front? No, you pay monthly. So you just pay monthly for access care. So there's two access cares when you go online. It's one company that I'm not dealing with. That's the ACCE. I think it's like ACCESS care, but I'm with the AXIS care, Axis, like AX. So that's the difference. But yeah, it's a monthly payment. Okay. This is pretty good. I'm starting to like this Q&A. How do you track? Okay, live in Florida. Mandy, what's going on? Do Yin, what's up? That's who asked me the question about the hours. How you doing? Mandy, Rich, live in Florida. Would love to know more info. That's what's up. Stick around. You're gonna learn some more. You're gonna learn some stuff here for sure. Nurse Tan, how do and are the GNAs paid weekly, daily? Oh, so we do payroll bi-weekly. So we just pay them twice a month. Do you keep a care plan on site for the client's home? Yes, absolutely. So when we go do the consultation, the initial consultation, the nurse usually goes in, puts together the care plan, and that's posted, and that's kind of giving the caregiver a guide on what to do throughout the day. And then again, she records what she actually done for those days in the logbook. And like the logbook is like for the family, the caregiver, and our office to kind of communicate. So like we're not always on the phone with each other. We can just go look at the logbook, or we can call in and say, if we get something from the family or some kind of complaint or some kind of something, we can call the caregiver while they're there and say, hey, flip to the page, such and such, or this day, take a picture of the notes and send them over to me. And we'll have an update. Or if it's something a little bit more serious, we'll actually go over there and check the logbook ourselves. So So that's pretty much all the questions. I think I answered everybody's question up to this point. If I answered your question, just let me know. Say thank you or something, so I can know that we getting somewhere. Cause I'm looking through now, making sure I didn't miss anything. Transactional housing for youth. No, we don't do that type of housing, so I wouldn't know where to start. I mean, we don't offer that type of consulting or coaching or anything, but usually you could just go call down to the health department, or whoever deals with the youth in your community. If it's for whatever type of youth, are you looking for disability or delinquents, or I don't want to call them delinquents, but kids with behavior issues, stuff like that. You just call down to what divisions usually deal with those people, and then just ask around, and they'll usually get you on the phone with the right person. A lot of people, I don't see why they don't call these offices as often as they need. Is a lot of people have questions, but you'll be surprised what your county would tell you. They basically tell you everything you need to know. So just don't hesitate to give your county a call for stuff like that. And usually the website, like if you go to your county's website, like princegeorgescounty.org or .gov, usually you'll find all that information there. So and then they usually have like a search tab on that website where you can just search your question. So you put like youth housing, and then something will come right up. So, do you keep care plan of the area? Hopefully that helps. Katrina, thanks. Yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight. Is there any specific yen? Is there any anything specific that I need to include when getting a quote from Solutions Group Insurance? Now they're gonna tell you everything you need to do. What they need from you. Usually they just want to know how many clients you have, how many employees you have, and where you're located. And their quotes are pretty generic, so that means they're usually sending out the same quotes to everybody. But you could probably get a cheaper plan if you shop around. So we get the quote from them, and then you shop it around to different insurers. You can also check out NSO, Nurse Services Organization, I think it's called, NSO.com. And it looks like when you first get on there, they're just insuring malpractice. But if you go a little bit deeper into the website, you'll see where they're insuring home care businesses as well. So you can check them out too. Victoria, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. She says, do you suggest an office manager? Absolutely. I mean, it's either you're gonna be doing it or you're gonna have somebody else doing it. And to the point you can afford it, you ought to be doing it. But I want to tell you this: when you first start making money, the first thing you better invest in is people, and those people that are going to to maintain that the service that you're already providing is great, and also bringing in new clients. So a lot of times I see people hiring to get people to do office work, like filing and just doing random stuff, helping out with, brochures or like, not putting them out in the community, but just actually designing them, and it's just kind of messing around in the office, and you're not doing anything productive, not being productive. And what I feel like, what between 9 and 5, all we doing is trying to get money. Like when the bank is open, we're trying to close clients, develop relationships, and follow up on leads, the people who've called, and also quality assurance, making sure that the current clients are happy. That's what we're doing during the day. After that, so like after 5 or 6, that's when we could do like the tedium, the office work, making sure, checking up on the schedule. I mean, like some of the stuff you have to do during the day, just kind of maintenance, when things come up, and put out fires and stuff like that. But the majority of the time, when you start hiring, the first couple of people you want to hire, you want them to be doing things that will bring in more money, bring in more clients, develop better relationships in the community. So that's just a little side point to, do you need an office manager? Absolutely. As soon as you start making money, those profits should go into hiring help to generate more sales. Oh, so you already know about NSO. Yep. So just call them and ask them. They do more. And I didn't know in neither until somebody had told me, and we got an actual business quote from them, and it was a lot less expensive than some other competitors. Yep. Just look on their website. You have to kind of dig deeper into their website where they talk about it, or just call them. So. Do you use the vet assistance program? They pay 100% of home care expenses for vets. We actually don't use any government programs. We don't do none of the Medicaid waiver, none of that. We don't deal with none of that stuff. So we're dealing with it with the assisted living. We're just now getting started with that. But as far as the home care, we don't do nothing. No vets, no veterans insurance, like none of that. We don't do the VAs, the Medicaid waiver. We just do all private pay. It's just, we just focus on all private pay because of the level. So when we first got started, we looked at it as like, okay, we don't want to have we don't have the time or the staff to, manage those accounts based on what the state requirements are. And then, we kind of poured 100% into getting private pay clients. Now we can get private pay clients without any problem based on the network, referrals from current clients, and, the marketing. And it's just so much, I would just prefer not to deal with the government when it comes to, them paying my bills and paying for the services that we offer, because it's just like we always felt like it would be a hassle or a problem, and we thought about it going in that direction, but I just never needed to, and I'm just not interested in it. So, but I mean, so you gotta definitely. So this is the thing. Because of my market, because I'm in the market where there's a lot of private pay clients and a lot of people who can afford actual home care service privately, we're lucky and we're able to only service private pay. But if you're in the market where that's not the case, where it might be a mixture or it might be more Medicaid waiver or VA clients, then you have to, obviously use those different methods of payment and go after those type of clients. But you have, it's market to market. You have to figure out what works best for you in your marketplace. Say you were looking for caregivers on care.com. Is there a better way to find experienced CNA? Oh, absolutely. Indeed.com. Indeed.com. We used to use Craigslist and Facebook Facebook post. Like you could post once you create your Facebook page, you can post jobs. Once you create your Facebook business page, you can post jobs. I'm not too excited about the caregivers. I never really got like a great caregiver off Facebook. Indeed, we get some great caregivers. And then also LinkedIn. If you go to LinkedIn, once you create your business profile on LinkedIn, you can, even if you just use your personal profile, you can search CNAs in your area. So like if you're in, let me see where you're at. If you put it, Dun Yin. Hope I'm saying. I don't know what if that's your name, Dun Yin, or Du Yin. But okay, say if you're in Michigan or you're in Detroit, and you put CNAs in Detroit in LinkedIn, you'll get a whole list of CNAs in LinkedIn who have actual, work experience right there in your marketplace, and you can send them messages. You can send them invitations to your company, or you could request a connection and send them messages and then offer them job positions or to come do interviews. So the long and short is LinkedIn and Indeed. We don't use Craigslist anymore, so we just use LinkedIn and Indeed.com for all our caregivers. But your best caregivers usually come from the caregivers that you already had working for you, and then their references. And then if you got some local churches in your community, obviously you do. Every community has local churches, so you want to go to the churches and let the, see if they have like a message board and put up some flyers for caregivers. Some of the best caregivers are, older women who frequently go to church. So those are some great resources to get some caregivers. Du Yin. Okay, it's Du Yin. That's what's up. How do I find out the rate of pay to the caregivers? If you don't know, if you just have no clue, I would just call around as if I'm looking for a position to the competitors and say, hey, look, I'm looking for a caregiver position. What are your guys' rate of pay for? Just whatever question you have, you just kind of bounce it off them and see what their answers are. Call the top 5 in your Google search in your area. And then you can kind of get a feel for what they're paying other caregivers, and they'll tell you okay, for starting out, they might tell you, or you might have to go in and do an interview, whatever you have to do to get the information. Just go ahead and do it. A lot of times they'll just tell you over the phone, or you can do some type of interview over the phone and get the information. But on the flip side of that, that's another way that you can find out what what your competitors is doing. You call them and secret shop them as if you're a client. You can you call them and say, hey, look, I have a family member who needs care, blah blah blah. This is the level of care that they have, that they're going to need. These are hours that we're thinking about. What's the rate of pay? What are we gonna? What is that gonna cost us? And this is how you kind of find out what other companies are charging in your marketplace. And in Danielle, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you got to understand your market and your area. You can't, every home care service is different. So you're going to have different opportunities and different strategies, at every company. Like, everybody thinks that, okay, we all doing home care, so we all doing the same things. It's not the case. We're all doing different things. All our services are going to be a little bit different. All our strategies are going to be a little bit different. All our, the things that we value, our values are going to be different. Like, we might put more emphasis on different things, and, families are going to like us for different reasons. So we have to just kind of build on our strengths and figure out what our market would tolerate and what it won't tolerate, and build your company based on those things. Jack Brooks said, "This is great information. I'm glad you enjoying it, Jack." No problem. Thank you for spending this lovely afternoon with me for this little Q&A. It's 1:30, so yeah, we can keep going. We got about another 25 minutes. If you guys have any more questions, concerns, comments, stuff like that. I would suggest, if you don't have the Business in the Box or the virtual business coaching, well, the virtual business coaching comes with the Business in the Box. I suggest that you get that today. If you have any questions about anything that we may not cover here, or you want to go into deeper detail, or you want to have a discussion with other home care owners. So I have 460 students in the virtual business coaching. So that means we have 460 plus people sharing ideas, comments, experiences, what's working, what's not working, and all over the country in different markets, even in Canada. People are sharing like their stories, how it's helping them. You get access to the private Facebook group. You get all the documents you need, and if there's documents that's not in there, I'll provide them for you. On top of that, just because you're in the virtual business coaching, and I feel like the virtual business coaching is $197 one-time payment for lifetime access to all the things that I'm teaching, and access to all these other people who are not only getting my teaching, but also going out into the world, doing their own research, doing their own business, and then coming back and sharing those experiences and what's working for them. So it's a great opportunity to get into a community of other people who are actually doing the business all over the country, and you get all these different insights. I mean, I learned a lot of stuff in my own group, so it's like I go there sometimes and I might ask a question, and then I'll get like 10-15 answers, and it's just a great way for me to grow and better share with you guys, but also, implement this stuff into my own company and in the things that I'm doing. So if you're not in the virtual business coaching, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's only $197. It's a one-time payment. It's the best thing on the market for what you get, and there's nothing else like it. Everybody else, for the information that we're giving on there, is charging, thousands and thousands of dollars, and we're giving it away for $197. Why? Because we have a home care service, so we're not using it as a source of income for us, but it's just a great opportunity for me to give back, but also not, I get some kind of kickback for the time that I'm spending. And this, obviously you don't want to just be feeling like, you're being taken advantage of. So we had to put a little price on there, but again, you should definitely jump on there, or just wait until we put out another discount and then get it for half of that, which is only gonna be $100, so, or less than $100. So the virtual business coaching is the way to go. And if you don't think so, you can go read the comments. Even in this live, somebody had just mentioned that how great it was. So definitely get in there. What do the virtual can have in it? So go to the virtual business coaching website. Go to allenchain.com and then go to virtual business coaching, and you'll see everything that's in there. And then there's much more to it than that. So Danielle said the virtual business coaching is definitely worth it. That's what's up. And don't and please, guys, if you want, I mean, if you interest, if you want to help me out, just share the feed, share the live, share the page, let other people. You don't have to tell everybody in your neighborhood what's going on, but I know you got family members out of state and stuff like that you want to share with this information or get them an opportunity to maybe get something started or motivate them or inspire them. Go ahead and share the feed, get us more likes, bring more people to the conversation, and that'll help us grow and be able to help you guys more in the future. So do we have any more questions? Good afternoon, Phoenix Rising. You said, good afternoon. I think your question probably cut off before you got to actually say the whole thing, because it just says does. Excuse me. Believe it or not, I got a pounding migraine since like 10 o'clock this morning, trying to muscle through it. I usually get water, lemon water usually gets rid of my headache, so I'm just been guzzling lemon water. If you guys hear me belching and stuff, it's just like that's my home remedy for migraines. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad it's been helpful so far. We got a few more minutes. Let me see. It's 1:40, so we got 20 more minutes. We can keep going. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, ideas, or you guys have something for me to maybe I can add to the program or better serve you guys. How often will you do? I guess I said, will you do Q&A? This was my first one. Enjoyed it. And do you evening hours? Do I have evening hours Q&As? So somebody asked me yesterday about that. So so I'm committing to 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, just on my lunchtime. So like this is my lunchtime. This is where I like to come and kind of rest, recharge. I'm running into some connection issues, so let me move around. So yeah, this is somebody just asked me, do I have evening Q&A? So like I was doing the Friday conference call, and I was kind of getting bored with it, so I just wanted to switch it up and do like a something more live, something more it's just something different, really, just something, because I mean you start doing something over and over again, it becomes tedious and boring. So that's what's kind of happening with the coaching calls on the Friday nights. And then it's like Friday night, come on, man, I done worked all week. I don't want to have to, at 7 o'clock get on the phone and talk business when I've been doing it all week. But so the answer is that I felt like the lunchtime, because I'm already in my day, I'm already working, I'm already like, my juices are already flowing, that I can squeeze in an hour of Q&A between 12 and 2, and communicate with you guys. Come down here to where I do. This is like my little chill spot. I'll grab a bite to eat. Come down here. I'll either ride my bike down here or walk, and kind of relax. So I'm like, damn, I'm down here anyway. I ain't really doing nothing. Let's if I'm not reading or note taking or brainstorming, I can just do these quick Q&As, an hour Q&A, talk to you guys, answer some of you guys' questions. Because I get a lot of phone calls throughout the week from the website, from the AlanChaney.com, and from the Facebook ads and a Facebook page. So a lot of times you might don't get through on the phone call. I know that can be frustrating. A lot of times you guys call and say, oh well, I couldn't get through. And we're always working, so it's like, just because you couldn't get through today, just leave a message and we'll be able to help you later. But a lot of times people don't leave messages. They just call and then complain that we're not answering the phone. But I guess that's not really answering your question why we don't have evening hours. So I feel like I usually start my day around 7, 8 o'clock, work until about 4, 5. And then I'm trying to log off. I'm trying to be done with everything. I'm trying to like unplug, because I mean, when you're an entrepreneur and you're kind of like fanatical, like me, I'm kind of like a fanatic and extreme. So if I don't pull the plug, I'll work for 18, 19 hours straight and then be fried by like Wednesday, and I won't do anything else for the rest of the week. So I have to manage my time and my input, or I'll get burnt out. So I'm trying to like clock out or be done with the day around 5 if I can be. And and you're asking why don't I do Q&As after that? It's because it's like, okay, I want to start get my evening started, kind of wind down, and just relax from the day, because I'm kind of like giving it all I have from 8 in the morning till that time. So I just really want to kind of wind down, not do a Q&A in the evening. And then when I like right now, I get excited when I'm talking about this stuff. So my adrenaline is pumping, my heart is racing. I want to answer you guys' questions. I'm thinking, and that's not a great way to start your evening. It's like you're gonna be all amped up and I won't be able to sleep. So I have to do it. I feel like if I do it in the afternoons, I'll give most people who are on most people on Facebook all day at work, but at least I know a lot of people are just checking in around lunchtime. So I figure like, okay, from 12 to 2, give you an opportunity to check in with me. I'll answer your questions, and you can get back to your day. But then again, like I said, you can always shoot me an email. I will respond. It may not be it may not be rapid response, but you will get a response. A text message, you can text the number. I'll respond. We respond to all text messages, and voicemails and calls. You're going to get a call back. You might not get a call back that day, or you might not get a call back that next day. But if you leave a detailed voicemail, you will get a call back, and we will do everything we can to answer your question or help you in whatever you ask. And I say leave a voicemail so that when we do call you back, we'll know we could be better prepared to help you when we do call you back. If you're requesting some information and we don't have it right on hand, we can get that information before we call you back. So I definitely want you guys to, if you do call us and leave a voicemail, and just not hang up and then be frustrated. Migraines are a sign of dehydration. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. I think a lot of times when it comes to my headaches and my health in general, and just my eating habits, it has a lot to do with dehydration. I felt like a friend of mine was telling me, he said a lot of times when you think you're hungry, you're not hungry, you're just thirsty. You're dehydrated, rather. Not just thirsty, but you're dehydrated. You're hungry. You think you're hungry, but you just need some water. You're just dehydrated. So I've been trying to drink so this is water. I just drink lemon water. There's nothing else in it. It's a lemon and it was some ice, but I'm outside, it's hot. I try to drink about 10 of these a day. I don't even know how much ounces this is, but I know if I get a couple of them down, that my headache will start going away. It's kind of fading from what it was earlier, but I can still feel it. So thanks a lot, Victoria, for that. That's definitely the case. How much is it done for you? The done for you is 4 payments of $625, and we're like revamping the done for you program. So everybody, because we had a little, miscommunication with some of the people that are working with it with me, who like actually helped me get it done. So we outsourced a couple of the parts of the done for you, but now we're like revamping it. We have a great program now. We have a great people in place who are helping with the licensing for all over the country, for the states that require a license, the policies and procedures, the marketing material, the scripts, everything that we said we offer in the Done For You program is definitely being like upgraded, and we're going to kind of do like a re-release and kind of run some new ads for the program. So and then reach out to the people who don't feel like they got the most out of it, and give them a extra amount of time with it. But it's 4 payments of $625. And yes, the virtual business coaching comes with it. So the day you make your first payment, you go into the virtual business coaching. How to build my clientele? Jack Brooks asked. Great question. So it's about 3 or 4 things that I would just do immediately. And the first one would be is what we call the meaningful relationship development. MRD, meaningful relationship development. That's what we call it here in our office. This is something I came up with. And that is basically, that's integrating your company into the senior community, into your marketplace, into your senior community. Like merging your company with the senior community in your market. So how do you do that? You contact all the people who engage seniors on a day-to-day basis. Nursing homes, adult daycare centers, rehab facilities, assisted livings, home health services. You'll be surprised that some of them work with you. Other home health services, YMCAs, different places like this who deal with seniors on a day-to-day basis. So what do? You create a list of 100, 200 of these locations, hospitals, geriatric doctors and clinics and stuff like that. Anybody who's dealing with seniors on a consistent basis. The Alzheimer's foundations, the nonprofits who deal with seniors, Meals on Wheels, whoever deals with seniors on a regular basis. So you get a list of all these locations, address, the name, phone number, email, and then you start your campaign. Then you start your campaign, and the first thing that we do, we like to call. Then we follow up with a letter. Then we follow or a letter or email. If we have an email, we'll just send them an email, follow up to that call. The goal is to usually get a visit, to actually go into the office and meet with somebody that's that could be a potential referral source. Once you meet with them, you try to make them fall in love with you. You do everything that they ask you to do, or everything that they recommend, or everything, and you bring them everything that they require for you to become a referral source for them if they're already situated to do that. Some of these places aren't even situated to do that, so you'll be kind of like teaching them how to become a referral source and tell them that how your company, your home care service can help them in some of the things that they in some of the seniors that they deal with or service, and then from there it's basically once you touch, you make that first touch or that first contact. Now it's just about following up. Hey, this is such and such for such and such company. We're just following up, just letting you guys know we're still here to help. Every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you just constantly contacting these same people, this list of 100-something people, on a monthly basis, bi-weekly, monthly basis, whether it's through mail, email, visits, or phone calls. And you just have to come up with a strategy that works for you. But this is like this takes the most work, but it's the most effective. And why we call it meaningful relationship development is because what you're doing is actually developing a meaningful relationship with these people in the senior community. And it only takes one. It only takes one great referral source, one assisted living facility, one nursing home, one hospital to say, yes, we want to work with you. We enjoy you. You're always contacting us. We're seeing your name all the time. Come across our desk or on our voicemail, you're always leaving pleasant messages, just checking in on us. Hey, we have this great client we have this great referral for you, this such and such senior who needs help, and they're going to send it to you. But it takes the time that you have to put in to, massage these relationships, nurture these relationships to where people are becoming comfortable with you and excited about you because you're friendly and you're consistent. And that's really, and believe it or not, that's a low cost strategy, but it just takes a lot of work. It's sweat equity that you're going to put in, but the kickback it can be astronomical. So meaningful relationship development by way of the top referral sources, which is adult daycare centers, rehab centers, rehabilitation centers, nursing homes, assisted livings, and stuff like that. These are the places that you contact, you find, you get you create a huge list of all in the top 5 counties in your target marketplace, the top wealthiest counties in your marketplace, and you start, building these relationships with these people by way of phone, letters, email, and visits. That's how you build your clientele. And then you start thinking about, okay, where am I going to spend my money at? Like, what kind of paid marketing am I going to do? But believe it or not, it doesn't take a lot of money to start building your network. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of consistency of doing like those follow-ups and going to meet people and just spreading the word in your community. But then you got to think about like ads, and we use bandit signs. You can use Facebook ads. You can use, some Google ads, and optimizing your website and stuff like that. But the sure way to really build a name for yourself is one-on-one contact with human beings directly. Hope that helps you, Jack, with building your clientele. So where are we at? So we got like 6 more minutes before I jump off of here. Hopefully this was great for you guys. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and give me a heart, give me a thumbs up, give me a share, and now that'll just motivate me to keep going and keep doing more and more. So great information. Thanks, Jack. I'm glad it helped. And again, the virtual business coaching, if you don't have it, jump on there, go to alanchaney.com, and then you can put your name in the email in the thing and get some free email coaching also. So we got a lot of good stuff, man. Like I really think that we have a great program where we're helping, we're really helping people, and that's the beauty of it. I have an opportunity to share what I've done and been able to do, and to move from project living to not project living. So, I mean, it's a miracle. Sometimes I just wake up and can't believe it. But, and I want you guys to be able to experience it too on some level. Just do the things that, that's out here for you. And the crazy thing about it, I'm not even from the healthcare field. I'm not from no field. I have no educational background. Like, I got a GED. So, just being serious, reading. I read a lot of books. So that's obviously self-education is way more valuable than, traditional education these days. You can take 100 entrepreneur courses at your local community college from professors who've never started a business, or you can talk to somebody who's in the trenches right now, getting their, hands dirty and doing business and learn a lot more. So, and that's why we read so much. We read books by entrepreneurs who we know who actually done it, who've done it. So I'm not too excited about a professor telling me theory. I want to talk to some the local store owner, the local gas station owner who's telling me like the real deal, like what's going on in the business world. They know a lot more, and they can help you a lot more. And there's a lot of great books by entrepreneurs out there, and that's it. So, it didn't take no great education, to upgrade my lifestyle, my family lifestyle. It just took, consistency and never quitting. And I mean, I'm gonna tell you, the secret is just don't give up. Even if you down to zero. It's been times where we've been down to zero, and it's like nothing. We done had bad times in this business over the last 10 years. I'm not even going to sit here in front like it's been beautiful every step of the way. But you'll never see it, because we never gave up. We never stopped pushing. So, and because of that, the situation just keeps getting better and better. The universe responds to pressure and to effort. You keep pushing and pushing and putting pressure on something, it's gonna give. It's no way you can make 100 calls a week and not get some kind of response in a positive way if you're being consistent and you're learning from every call. So the first few calls, it might be no, but the last, when you get to like that 90th call, you're gonna probably get all yeses for the rest, because you didn't learn so much from that first to that 90th call that you're just a better communicator, a better salesperson, and you have better understanding what you're offering and what the people need. So just being out here and pushing, And just understanding that it's not going to come overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen. This ain't no get rich quick scheme. Ain't no such thing as a get rich quick scheme, except a scheme that's going to get you locked up. And this not that. So you have to be prepared to say, okay, I'm going to dig in. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to go into it work. And it's not going to be nothing that's going to stop me. I might have to slow down. I might not have no money to put into it. That don't mean I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop reading. I'm going to stop studying. I'm going to stop making phone calls. If you got a cell phone and you got internet, you got enough to keep going. And that's it. So no matter what it is or how hard it get or how tough it may seem, just don't stop. And you'll be surprised how far you can make it. I've been talking about Assist 11 for years. And we just getting there. We just getting to the second property. And I've been talking about it for 5 years. And it's just like things happen, life happens, and you just have to wait. I done went through a divorce. I lost everything 2 years ago, and nobody knew it. I was on zero. And then like within 6 months, I didn't, got almost the same amount of clients that we had as a company, doubled up, and then, expanded my coaching and then bought multiple properties. So it's like, as long as you don't stop and don't give up, you could do all kind of shit. You could really, really make a difference in your life. So the secret is just to don't stop. Don't stop. Just don't give up. Hi, what are some of the areas you help with when someone signs up? Man, I hate these names because I swear, I don't know if these like y'all real names or like Facebook aliases, but just saying your last name is Singletary. So all the information of what the programs we offer are online at AlanCheney.com, and also you can call right now. I'm sure Nisha's taking calls right now all day because she's been on the phone all day. People have been calling in. I put an email out, and then people have been calling in. So you want to you saying it's your real name, that don't mean it. I can't say it, so I'm sorry about that. And I don't want to say nothing crazy, so I'm gonna say the part that I could say is Singletary. How did you get started? So what's it? It's 2:00. I'm gonna give you the quick how I got started. Basically, I was in a relationship I was with someone who eventually became my wife, Dale. I'm sure if you hear, you probably seen her at some point. We was CNA to CEO. We started CNA to CEO. First we started a home care service, then we started CNA to CEO. But how we started a home care service was, she was a CNA. I had a little business experience from doing real estate, and I was like, look, you hate working for your job, working for these agencies. Let's figure out how to get some clients on our own. She started getting clients on her own. We turned it to a business. We started hiring caregivers, and the rest is a wrap. So that's the quick, Brenda, that's the quick story of how I got started. But tune in tomorrow if you want to ask me again, then we can I can kind of go from there and kind of give you the whole story. This is awesome, man, for you and your team to give back and not try to charge crazy prices like others. I appreciate you and the thought of wanting and encouraging others to make money. Hold on. I like this. This is the kind of stuff that I need to hear, because like sometimes I do get discouraged. I'm like, man, these people ain't paying me no attention. But then when I get stuff like this, it's like motivation. So I'm trying to see more. Okay. It's I appreciate you and the thought of wanting and encouraging others to make money. I always share, unlike some people worried that they won't make money if they share being selfish. In reality, blessings come for helping others, and it is enough to go around. I pray all on this site and for those that want to be on here or couldn't be, best of luck and success will come. Absolutely, Nurse Tam. And Brenda, thank you too. But I'm gonna add something real quick to that. First, I want to say thank you for just to continue support and for understanding like what we're trying to do here. Why we don't try, we had a program, the Done For You program used to be $10,000 and people were buying it. You know what I mean? And it was just like it came to a point where I was like, man, that's way, like we were making a lot of money off of it. And it's like I say, look, I could do this stuff for a fourth of that. I could help these people for a fourth of that, and just don't need all this money, and they can use that rest of that money that they do have to put into their business, and for them being successful is going to be a benefit to me, because they're going to say, hey, look, that guy helped me. And like you're saying, when you help others, you do get blessings. And I'm gonna tell you what it is about people with, they don't want to share the information. And I understand that you don't want everybody in your neighborhood, if they're all on your Facebook page, to know what to come to the thing, and now everybody in your neighborhood is doing the same thing, and you don't want everybody doing the business. But I'm gonna tell you this: out of every 100 people that see this, probably only one gonna buy the program, and only and I was just say 3 gonna buy the program, and then 1 gonna do something with it. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how many people you share it with, it's very few that's gonna actually take action, who gonna have the the tenacity to go forward and actually first buy the program, invest in themselves. They'll spend thousands of dollars on movie tickets, alcohol, weed, do all these other things, but they won't spend $50 or $100 to invest in themselves and their future, which is crazy to me. I mean, I understand it, but it is what it is. So when you're sharing it, you don't have to really worry, because most of the people ain't gonna do shit with it anyway. And I'm just telling you that from experience. And the people who even buy the stuff from us, we never hear from them again. And it mean life happens, so people don't actually do what they can do, what they really, or they don't have the encouragement or the motivation or the support to move forward, because a lot of times you do need those things. But if you stay connected to groups like this, then you will get those things. But a lot of times people don't do it. And there's a mental thing. There's 2 ways to look at it, and it's called some people have the scarcity mindset or the abundance mindset. I'm of the abundance mindset. I feel like there's so much out here that there's enough for everybody. That's just how I feel, because that's what I see. I see so many opportunities every day I wake up, and I mean, I just can't do everything, but I see the opportunity. Just because I see them don't mean I can take advantage of them, and just because the opportunity don't mean it's not going to take a lot of work to make the opportunity come to fruition. But there's a lot of opportunity for everybody, and it's a lot of money out here for everybody. It's billions and billions of dollars in the home care industry, and I'm just showing you how to get a few $100,000 out of all these billions that's floating around in these communities, in home care, and then also assisted living. I make $6,000 on 1 bed in an assisted living. So just with that knowledge, it's like, okay, all I need to get is 4 beds, or all I got to do is get 6 beds. I can do 1 house, and I can get $6,000 a bed, and I can put multiple people in 1 room. So it's like, there's no way logically for me to be able to get all of them. But I just need to get enough for me so I can maintain a healthy lifestyle, or a lifestyle that I'm comfortable with, and provide for my family and the people that I care about. So you can't worry about, is there enough? It's more than enough. You'll never be able to get it all, and that's okay. Just get your share, get what you need, and be all right. I'm all right with sharing with people so they can do it too. It's people that's right in my marketplace. We teach assisted living right in the community that I live in. So it's like, I want you to get a house here, because hey, you might got a bed, because once we get our beds full, we still gonna get clients, we still gonna get leads, or we want to send them to the people who we help get started as well. So now they got beds full, and they got residents, and they getting $6,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month off this one resident. So they call us the silver tsunami for a reason. If you think about what a tsunami is, that's what it is with this senior aging business, with the senior community. It's because of the baby boomers. After the war, World War II, they had all these babies, and now they're all getting old now, and there's way more coming into the pipeline than America can handle. So it just creates a huge opportunity for people like me and people like you that are at least receptive to the information, and are going to be able to use it and take advantage of it. And we look at it like this: caring for people while generating wealth. That's it. What do? We care for people and generate wealth. You know, like the perfect thing. It's like the perfect way to live. We caring for people. We taking care of seniors, and we're not doing it any lack. We're providing the best possible care. We're providing the best possible care to these families. We have a high standard for when we take care of our clients, and we generating wealth doing so. And that's just a perfect opportunity for everyone out here. So, okay, so I'm gonna do a little quick thing, and then I'm gonna jump off of here. That was a little last minute rant. Thank you guys. So you said, how do I get clients? So I think Brenda, you came on late, so I'm about to get off here, and then you can rewatch this one, and then you'll see. But then also, I forgot to mention, we have a lot of content on YouTube, so you can just put Alan Cheney on YouTube. It's gonna be a basketball player named Alan Cheney. Obviously, that's not me, and then it's my stuff, so you'll be able to see the difference. But then go on YouTube and you'll see like all the different videos that we posted, just me talking about different topics of getting clients, caregivers, starting up, assisted living, stuff like that. So but then also we did a Q&A today and yesterday, so you can rewatch this one on this page here on Facebook, or you can wait till I post this one in like shortly, and then you can rewatch, go just scroll back about 30 minutes and you'll see like when we kind of discussed that, Brenda. So I want to thank everybody. Do you spell your name ALLEN Cheney CHANEY.com, AlanCheney.com, and you can find our website there. Brenda, Jack, Victoria, thank you. Thank you, Nurse Tam, thank you, Singletary, I don't know your first name, Phoenix, thank you everybody. Mandy, thanks. Danielle, thanks for coming back. Mandy, Victoria, thanks for coming back from yesterday. I remember you yesterday. We was chopping it up. Katrina, thank you for visiting. Katrina Robinson. Did I forget anybody? I think that's everybody. So Sophia Rhodes, hopefully I didn't tell your name up too bad. Shalia, thank you. Red Lips, thank you. I want to see what that Red Lips is about. Jamie, thank you. I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, everybody, thank you for visiting, thank you for checking us out. I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm about to jump off of here. If you have any questions or comments, you can post them here, shoot us an email, give us a call. The phone number is on there. The website is AlanCheney.com. The virtual business coaching is probably the best thing you're gonna get for the price in the world right now for starting a home care service. We got the assisted living starter kit. We got the assisted living done for you. We got the home care done for you. We got a great I'm sorry about that Red Lips comment. Yeah, check it out. If you have any questions about the programs, business in the box, everything is, you can purchase it. And if you have any questions before you make your purchase, feel free to give us a call. We'll straighten you out. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all y'all continued support. Talk to y'all later.